All right, everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going deep on mobile apps.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, specifically how to make an app, a profitable one, even if you don't know the first thing about coding.
Right, from scratch.
From scratch,
Joke.
exactly. We're going to break down this awesome YouTube video by Aleem.
Okay.
He's the founder of Ambitious Labs, and he used to be like the head mobile engineer at Prize Picks.
Nice.
So the guy knows his stuff. The video is called How I Build Profitable Mobile Apps Solo for Beginners with all my secrets.
Catchy.
Oh, yeah, it's packed with useful stuff, real actionable insights.
I love that.
Ready to get into it?
Let's dive in.
All right. So one of the things that jumped out at me was Aleem's whole philosophy of replicate, then innovate.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about reinventing the wheel. Find something that works and just make it better.
Right. Exactly. It's way less risky. You're not starting from zero. You're starting with a proven model.
And then you just got to find that way to stand out.
Your unique twist.
Right. Like, think about quick trip gas stations.
Okay.
They often build right next to other gas stations, like right next door, because they know they can do it better.
They're not afraid of the competition.
Not at all. They're confident in their own model.
I like that analogy.
Yeah. So when it comes to finding app ideas, Alan says look at apps with bad reviews.
Really?
They care enough to complain. That's a huge opportunity.
I never thought of it that way.
It's like a neon sign pointing you towards like a gold mine.
A problem to solve.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got this app idea, right? But how do we build the thing if we can't code?
Yeah, good question.
This is where those no-code tools come in.
Okay.
Alan's got a whole bunch of tools he recommends, like Bolt.new
Wolf.new.
for web apps,
Yeah.
really user-friendly and powerful.
Okay.
And then for mobile apps, he loves Flutterflow.
Love
It's
that.
built on Flutter, which is like one of the top frameworks for app development.
Right.
And the cool thing is you can design the whole app visually, no coding needed.
Wow, that's amazing.
And you still have access to like the power of Flutter if you ever decide to get into coding later.
Nice. The best of both worlds.
Exactly. Now, Aleem also talks about databases, choosing the right one.
Right. Crucial.
He recommends Firebase. It's simple, especially if you do databases. Uses JSON format.
Okay.
But if you're more technical, he mentions Superbase. It's more robust, uses SQL.
So options for everyone.
Yeah. But the thing is, even with these tools, you still got to understand, like, how databases work.
It's not all drag and drop.
No, you got to think about how the data flows, how users interact with it, all that stuff.
Makes sense.
Alem's not pretending it's easy.
Yeah.
Building a successful app takes more than just like technical skills.
Right. It's the whole package.
You got to understand your audience, solve a real problem,
User experience, all of that.
And speaking of user experience, Alan's big on data.
Data-driven decisions.
Yes. Especially for onboarding new users, he recommends a tool called Mixpanel.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's all about creating what he calls a self-selling onboarding.
Oh, intriguing. What's that?
I know, right? So basically,
Break it down for us.
it's like designing your onboarding process to like guide people towards actually paying for your app.
Uh-huh. I see.
Like a funnel. You're leading them through steps that show the value.
So they see the benefits and want to convert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Alan has some crazy stats to back this up.
Oh.
The average conversion rate for onboarding is like 35%.
Okay.
But he says he's gotten up to 38% with the self-selling technique.
Wow, that's significant.
Huge difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the app built, we've got users engaged. Now what?
Marketing time.
Marketing, the fun part, right?
Definitely.
And Alan doesn't just focus on paid ads, which can be,
Expensive.
oh yeah, and tricky if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
He actually prefers organic marketing, like short form videos, TikTok, Instagram Reels, that sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
And he's got this cheat code for making viral videos.
I'm listening.
You ready for it? He replicates successful videos.
Really?
Yeah. TikTok loves trends, so jump on a popular format.
Make it your own.
Exactly. And he stresses the importance of the hook.
That first few seconds, gotta grab attention.
Yes. And encouraging rewatches. That helps your video reach more people.
Smart.
Right.
Yeah.
But what if you, like, hate being on camera?
Yeah, not for everyone.
He's got you covered. Cold outreach is the way to go.
Oh, interesting.
Using tools like drippy.tnf, you can automate emails,
Okay.
personalize campaigns targeting potential
Is
customers.
there behind the scenes?
Yeah, but it can be super effective, especially for B2B apps.
I see.
So it's all about finding the right approach for you and your audience,
Makes sense. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. And Elam's own journey, build his apps. It's a great example of using these strategies.
Real world.
He's got this upcoming AI sales coaching app called Closer Academy.
Okay.
Built with these exact principles. I'm really curious to hear more about it.
Me too. What's so unique about it?
Well, one thing is, it's super simple.
Simple.
Alim believes in keeping things easy to use,
Right.
And Closer Academy, it's just a few core screens focused on solving one specific problem for sales teams.
So it's streamlined, it's right to the
But-
point.
Exactly. No unnecessary fluff, just pure value.
I like that.
And his pricing strategy is interesting too.
How so?
He's planning to charge $24.99 a month or $200 a year for access,
Okay.
which shows you even simple apps, niche solutions can be profitable.
If they solve a real problem.
Exactly. And it's inspiring to see Alim, walk the walk.
Putting his principles into action.
He's proving you don't need a complex app to be successful.
It's about finding that sweet spot
Right. Solving a problem, being user-friendly.
and marketing it effectively.
Yeah. And Alim's created this awesome resource, a no-code accelerator
Mhm.
called Dreams into Apps to help people, through the whole app development process.
That's incredible. So he's really committed to making app development accessible.
He's a true champion of the no-code movement. His insights are so valuable.
I agree. I'm already feeling inspired.
Me too. Okay, we've covered a lot, but I want to highlight one key takeaway from Alim's video:
Go for it.
the surprising simplicity of successful apps.
Interesting.
Like Closer Academy, it's focused, solves a specific problem, and that's what makes it powerful.
It's a reminder that we don't need to overcomplicate things.
Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best.
I like that.
It's about finding that balance, solving a problem and making it easy for people to use.
Right, that sweet spot.
Alim's definitely given me some ideas. I bet our listeners are feeling it too.
I'm already brainstorming.
You do.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many problems are out there just waiting to be solved.
And now we have the tools to do it.
Exactly. With a little creativity, the right tools, anyone can be an app developer.
And make a real difference.
So before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave you with a question.
Okay, hit me.
Could a minimum viable product, an MVP based on Alim's principles,
Okay.
be your next side hustle, even without coding experience?
That's a good one to think about.
Right. A simple app solving a problem effectively.
I love it. It's a challenge to our listeners.
To think outside the box, see the possibilities.
Exactly.
We'll dive deeper into this and Alim's other awesome insights in the next part of our deep dive.
Can't wait.
See you soon.
See you soon. You know, it's interesting. Alim doesn't shy away from the money stuff.
Right, like actually making money from your app.
It's not just about building something cool. It's a business.
Yeah. He's upfront about that. You got to think about revenue from day one.
Makes sense. Got to pay the bills.
It's not enough to have a great idea. You need a plan to make it sustainable.
And he walks the walk, too, like with his pricing for Closer Academy.
Yeah, $24.99 a month or $200 a year.
Might not sound like a lot.
But think about it. If you have thousands of users,
That adds up fast.
especially if you're keeping costs low with, no-code tools.
Right, exactly. And he does all this with an app that's intentionally simple.
Closer Academy.
Yeah, just a few core screens solving that one problem for sales teams.
Like he's saying, don't get lost in adding a million features.
Focus on the core value.
Exactly. And he brings it back to data again.
Data-driven decisions, always.
Using Mixpanel to track everything, engagement, conversions.
It all comes back to that self-selling onboarding.
Oh yeah, we got to talk more about that.
It's so smart setting up your app to, guide people
Towards becoming paying customers,
subtly, not being pushy.
showcasing the value, leading them through the steps,
And its conversion rates prove it works.
way higher than the industry average.
Shows you the power of a good onboarding process.
Makes a huge difference for sure.
So we've built the app, we've got users on board, now what?
Time to spread the word. Marketing.
Alim has some really creative strategies beyond just, paid ads.
I loved his tips for TikTok and Instagram Reels.
Oh yeah, the cheat code.
Replicating viral videos